I went and experienced SlapFunk early doors, felt the energy, felt the brotherhood, and I was like, I want to bring a little bit of that to Manchester.
I thought you said that you did your hair.
It's windy out here. Lipstick's faded. What happens when you're walking on
You
your
look
time?
amazing. You look amazing, brother. How are you doing? You good?
I'm really good, mate. How are you getting on?
I'm good. Happy day. Sorry for the wait.
That's all good.
We have the questions, both of us. We just shoot one on each other. You can go first because we are the guests. That doesn't make sense anyway, but you go first anyway.
So, who are you? Who
am I?
are you and what do you do?
But everybody knows who I am. It's an unimportant question. I think it's more important to ask you, who are you actually, Olli? What are you doing for SlapFunk?
Me?
What did you do for us? Where did you meet us?
What did I do for you? I went and experienced SlapFunk early doors, felt the energy, felt the brotherhood, and I was like, I want to bring a little bit of that to Manchester. When was the first time? Well, the first time we did a party was back in 2018 when we brought Samuel and Julian over. First time I was in Brett was like 2015.
Really?
I think it was.
When did we meet on the airport? When was this?
That was 2 years after. That's a story in our.
Yeah, I think we should share that story for sure, though. Are you willing to tell that again?
How we first met. So, when was it now? So it was 2017, 2018. I'd gone to a Fuse party down at 338 and I met Julian Anthony upstairs when it was Julian Alexander was playing for Fuse.
I was here actually. I was here also. I remember this party exactly because I got rejected at the door at first and then Connor.
Yeah. I was like, he was sending it upstairs. There was I can't remember what tune it was. Like dun 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 dun. I don't know, he's going off. Anyway, I spoke to Julian Anthony, and he was like, he recognised that we'd done Animal Crossing, and I was like, oh my god, no way, we've only thrown 3 parties. And I was like, do you know the SlapFunk guys? Like, I really want to do something with them. And he gave me Vanessa's email, who I think used to work with you over at SlapFunk back in the day. And I started a thread with her, trying to, at that point, nobody had a clue what we was doing, what we was about. I was just on emails going, listen, I want to bring SlapFunk to Manchester. Anyway, I think it was 2 months after that, again, Ingy Visions was playing at Game Over in DC 10. And we'd gone over as a firm, went through, sent it. I think Ferro and Reese was in the red room. Ingy Visions was there. I was dancing next to Samuel on the dance floor, like, it's Samuel Deep, can't believe it. It's mad. And anyway,
How old were you? How old
am I now? I would have been 24,
yeah.
I think.
Okay, cool.
Anyway, we was on a roll through and went to the airport. And when I was sat with my ex-missus at the time, and we sat down, it was like a beef for mornings. Do you know what I mean? You're seeing all the DJs, you're seeing Tina, you're seeing Raresh and that. And then we were sat down waiting for the plane. And then you all come and sat literally next to us in the airport.
I remember that. That moment for sure. 100%.
It was you, Samuel, Julian, and I was like, no way. I was pinching myself. It's one of them like moments that you can't fucking touch. Like you manifest it, don't you? I was like, no way. I said, use the SlapFunk firm. I said, look, I'm Olli. I know we're all here.
Olli.
I'm Olli. I'm from Manchester. I've started this party called Animal Crossing, and I want to bring you over. I think there's I just know it'll be sick. Like, can I get your email? Can I do this? And you was like, use this Muppet here. Yeah, of course you go. There you go. You can have it. And from there we made it happen. The guys came over, and I think I've always played like a massive part for that party. We did like the big mural, and it was in a bagel shop, wasn't it? And we did like the big mural where we did like the tribal SlapFunk Animal Crossing logo was in there, and it went off. It was mad. Yeah. It was only a small little venue or whatever, but everyone was like banging on the roofs and stuff. And then we went to the after party at Dale House, and I think from there, from that moment, we've always kind of had kind of that special connection that
I think Manchester is the place that gave us the most love so far from everywhere we did. Every time we're there, sell out, crowd goes crazy. It's grown. Like the last party we did in the warehouse thing, I was not there unfortunately, but the videos, it was like from the first track on, the first people that came in, they went fucking mental. Like
from early doors, man. It's crazy. I guess that's a good question. Like, what's your thoughts on kind of Manchester and the impact it had? How do you feel about the city of Manchester, and how has it like evolved over the last few years?
For me, Manchester, like, I remember the first time, I think it's 2014 or something, we did Leeds, the garage or the place, what is it called? I forgot the name.
The MOT garage.
With Tristan.
Yeah.
with Chris, and then we went to a hideout for the first time. It was the first time I'm in Manchester. I ended up in after party, and I think his name was Jarvis, and it was across Shankies, and Shankies was going, and it was the first time I was in Manchester. I was like, oh, this city is banging, like, you know. But then every time we came back, Samuel Deep came back, said, oh, Manchester gives so much energy. So, but I think after Shankies closed, there was a bit of like it died a bit for a bit, you know. Manchester was like there was nothing going on, like that Howdite and all stuff, and then you. That for me, like except from warehouse, but like hand build it up again. And now, every show we do, like I missed one now in the last 4 years, but it's all been super giving. It's a younger crowd maybe than we have here, but they know how to treat the dance floor, you know. So I think Manchester for SlapFunk is very important.
Yeah, I think that's the beautiful thing. I think, you know, it's interesting that you notice, you know, how the crowd's a little bit different, and I'd agree. I think in terms of a city, like it's still young in how it will continue to grow. I think we've noticed ourselves last couple of parties, you know, it's like a few more heads, a few more switched on, everyone's a little bit older, everyone's a little bit wiser. And I think that was like a massive part in what inspired me to do what we're doing in Manchester, was through going over and seeing Amsterdam so early, experiencing your parties, experiencing VBX, seeing like the collaboration element that you guys would have, seeing like all these amazing venues that are there and available, and like it's normal in Amsterdam to be in Brett for 32 hours. Do you know what I'm saying? That's normal.
I don't know if it's normal in life, but you know, we normalize. Don't normalize it too much, maybe.
That's where you can get stuck in and have a belter though, can't you? Do you know what
Definitely.
I mean? Let's have it right. And I think, you know, we haven't had that, like you say, after Sankey's went, in terms of clubbing culture, it just kind of disappeared. You know, there was like South that kind of served its purpose in the courtyards. That when White Hotel obviously serves a purpose in terms of a bit more of an older and educated crowd. But I think there was the spaces to help the ecology of the city, you know, grow. It wasn't available, and that's where we've tried our best to, you know, originally all the different locations, but now with all the different venues and stuff, we're just trying our best to help grow that over time. And it doesn't happen overnight. It's going to take 10 years. Do you know what I mean? Anything good takes at least a decade to kind of get there. But it's just exciting, and I think giving people a taste and people experiencing SlapFunk, I think it's a massive part of it, mate. It really is, you know. And I'm just buzzing that the reception is there, and you feel it yourself, because from a city, it's just like when you come to town, it's a different kettle of fish.
Yeah, I think you did great, because if you think about it, Hacienda was one of the first clubs ever in electronic music. Yeah. It's actually from Manchester, so you're literally building back the history, because it's like, if you look at club life, like history, Manchester and Leeds are so important. I think that's underestimated. A lot of people think like Berlin or Amsterdam or maybe London is, but everything started in the end in the beginning, actually in the north more.
Yeah. And I think that's like inspired a lot of what we've done as well. And it feels like our generation now are the kids of all the people, of all the adults that went and started that type of thing. Do you know what I mean? It's like we call them the Hacienda babies.
They literally are. They literally are.
Hacienda babies. Yeah.
I didn't think about it.
Babies. Yeah. Acid babies.
So they're born with the rhythm already. They know.
You know that, mate. You've seen what it's like.
Nice. I didn't think about it. That's cool.
And it's about us like putting our imprint on it. You know what I mean? And learning from what happened back then. It was so rough. It was so ready. It was like times change, and you've got to evolve and adapt with the times, and people's wants, needs, desires, experiences, all these things have kind of expanded.
So what can we expect? Like, I'm genuinely curious. What is different this time than the last year? Surprises do you have in pedo for us? Do you even English pedo?
No. I think, you know, this is kind of like the flag in the ground for like how we want to present a one-day experience. It'll feel like it's a one-day festival, just because of, you know, we haven't announced the full program as of yet, but those little extracurricular activities, those little breakout spaces where, you know, you sat down and your arms around someone, and there's those little moments and pockets of spaces for people to, you know, that's where often your best moments are at the afters, sat chatting shit to someone, and we're going to create those little moments for people, I feel, as well as an extraordinary fucking lineup with the production elements that's gone up on both stages is tenfold what it was last year. So yeah, I just feel like it'll feel like a one-day festival experience in the city centre of Manchester. But what are you excited about for this year comparatively to last year?
So but last year was the big. I think already last year was the biggest thing that we as SlapFunk did, like with our name on it. And this year it's even the biggest. So like I'm gonna be walking around very proud with you, seeing what we've done from where we came from, like from 300 people to 3,000 and counting. So that, but yeah, I'm just excited how it's gonna be, and that's excited about no rain, like manifesting no rain.
You bring it every year, bro. You bring it every year. That's one thing that you do bring, it is that sunshine.
It's funny, no? It is crazy. I think last one message to all the dancers:
just come ready. Come ready with a good attitude. Come ready to learn. If you don't be afraid to go and check someone out if you're not fully familiar who they are. Just come with good energy. Yeah, come.
And leave your phones in your pocket.
Yes.
That's
triple underline.
Just
come with an open mind.
Looking forward. Thank you. See you in 3 weeks, is it?
I'll see you in May.
Take care.
Big one.
Easy. Ciao. Love.
Bye. Ciao.